when a voice for the masses becomes a target of the powerful, that is the situation we have now. There are moments in the nation's history when silence becomes more dangerous than speech. And there are moments when speech becomes so loud that it threatens the hands that hold power. Omoyele Sowore is living between those two fires. Rearrested again despite being granted bail, his current predicament is more than just a legal tussle. It is a battle between the establishment and a man who refuses to bow. But it is also a story of how a fighter's greatest weapon can gradually become his greatest vulnerability. Sowore is a man trapped between justice and legitimacy. For over 5 years, Sowore has practically moved in and out of the courtroom like a permanent defendant, not because he stole public funds, not because he looted national treasury, but because he dared to confront a system allergic to criticism. Yet, unlike some activists who choose subtle diplomacy, Sowore chose confrontation, raw, unfiltered, and brutally direct. And that has made him both a hero to the oppressed and a nightmare to the powerful. Sowore didn't just challenge the government, he challenged individual power brokers. He didn't just expose corruption, he name dropped the corrupt. He didn't just oppose policies, he confronted the owners of policies. He called out governors, senators, ex military leaders, political godfathers, and media manipulators by name. He didn't spare anyone. He exposed hidden dealings, mocked their excesses, and refused to apologize. He's there in the media, he's there in public. Let us watch some of his outbursts here. I'll get back.
I'm opposed to any attempt to muzzle the right of people to freely practice their religion and or associate or hold a thought. So the governor of Niger State, like other governors that I've criticized, they have no sense. What is the business of a governor asking, is he a preacher? If the governor wants to become a preacher, he should resign and go and join the priesthood. It's not his business to decide what, if a judge, if a preacher is engaging in inflammatory preaching, I think there are laws that the states can use to rein them in. But to tell a preacher to come and submit their sermons to you in advance. Does the governor of Niger State know what is in there? Does he know anything about the Quran? Yeah? If he knows it, why is it that he should go and become an imam instead of being a governor? Foolishness.
All right. So I also want to ask your issues with the DSS. How is it panning out?
We are waiting for the ultimatum to expire now. Which day is that? We are always ready for them, but at the expiration, ask them what would they do.
What would they do?
No, they are not.
They can't do anything.
I don't look. Whatever they can do, we have been there before. So I say, let's go again.
Nothing.
Yes, but I must also say that it breaks my heart that more and more foolish people are in position of authority in this country. Anything that you did that didn't work last time, change your strategy. How can the DSS become the reputation police for the president of Nigeria? You understand? And if you want to defend the reputation of a person, defend the reputation of a person that has reputation. The man himself cannot even challenge me. That's Tinubu himself. He cannot challenge anything that I've said about him. So, but the DSS, they have no work. And where they have work, they don't want to do their work. Their work should have been to be pointing to us where there are terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers across. But they know But they prefer that the criminals are reigning in the country, and that you are asking me to retract my statement on the president. But you saw a terrorist with magazines, about 40 on his chest. You cannot arrest him. You can't even him to retract his criminality. His threats. Rubbish people.
So what did you say? The National Assembly has sat for roughly 15 times. And we are at the end of the year. This is September. By December, they will go on recess to resume by February. What does this say? And considering the fact that even the budget is still not
if I have my way, and I've said it, we will reduce the National Assembly to a part-time job.
Exactly.
So, that's number one. Secondly, we will have a unicameral legislative system of only 109 senators. And that's all we'll have. But to come to work, you have to go and buy your ticket from wherever you are. And we'll pay you when you are done. Maybe they will sit 12 times in a year. That's all. Pass the budget. After that, they go back to their normal jobs. Yeah, these ones are not. They are not National Assembly people. These are hustlers. You know, businessmen, Yahoo, Ponzi schemers. You know, these are.
It's not yet campaign, and then we are seeing the billboard of the APC flooding everywhere. And then in reaction, INEC has also raised alarm about early campaigns.
In the first place, INEC is one of the branches of the APC. So anytime INEC is telling you they are just I shouldn't be laughing. INEC is a joke. But whether they do early campaigns or late campaigns, what would have been important to me is for the Nigerian people to actually take a stand against the APC or any other political party that has betrayed them in the past, whether it's APC, PDP, or their junior sister or cousin or uncle in the ADC, or any one of these fake political parties. It's for the Nigerian people to decide against them. Early campaign or whatever they call it, it's not the issue. It is their inability to deliver on any campaign, whether it is done early or late. That's the problem with Nigeria. So
the Nepal issue, how do you relate to Nigeria, considering the fact that you have always been an advocate of revolution?
Yeah.
Do you think the heterogeneous nature of Nigeria can actually allow that? And what would it mean for Nigeria if you are calling for a revolution?
Our problem or our prescription for Nigeria for revolution has made it very clear that the idea of a heterogeneous Nigeria is an excuse. There are only two tribes in Nigeria that I know, the oppressors and the oppressed. Those are the only two. That's not heterogeneity. It's just two branches opposing each other. So there's no Hausa person that doesn't go hungry or Igbo man that doesn't go hungry or don't get sick. So, but with regards to Nepal, I have, when it happened last week, a lot of Nigerians are always excited about something that happens elsewhere. And when it is time for them to do it in their own country, they will go and queue up to eat jollof rice, and that's not a sign of people who are serious.
Telling you.
Yeah, the number of youths in Nepal that changed the government in Nepal, probably there about 1 million. The number of youths that went to queue up for a rice that they couldn't get was 20,000 registered. So
imagine.
we need to get more serious. That's my position. But
rice does not stop anything. She's just that is her business, and she needs support.
I didn't mention anybody's name. I don't even know who was cooking rice. But I know that there was a rice event last week. And the solution to every problem cannot be rice. Anyways, we are not practicing orizatocracy. Government for rice by rice.
Governors of Taraba, Ondo, and I think Borno, you have criticized them.
Yes.
So what is the issue, and why have you continued doing this?
My issue with all the governors, those are the ones you know, is from the president to local government councillors, is that they are useless. And as a result, they must be called out to be who they are. They call their appropriate name. If you are useless to me, I'll say it publicly. So I have labeled the president, the governor. Taraba is so far the worst from the records we are getting. The governor, Taraba, it's better that Taraba doesn't even have a governor than the person that is masquerading as a governor there now. The whole place is broken. But it's not limited to Taraba. It's also in Ondo State, in Borno State. We have dealt with Gombe State. We have dealt with Bauchi State. We have also dealt with even Oyo State. So everybody is going to get their own. Very soon. If it has not reached you, it's coming your way.
That boldness earned him massive followership among youth, but it also painted a bullshit on his forehead for the ruling elite. So, who are the top politicians who plead to plead his cause? Who is going to plead his cause? From president to governors to senators to local government chairmen and councillors, he has taken a swipe at all of them, except his public outburst is just for show that the rest of us are ignorant of. Otherwise, he's called them out. So, who is going to come to his defense? Now, his fight is no longer with institutions, it is with individuals who feel insulted, bruised, and embarrassed. When activists confront systems, they often survive. But when activists confront personal egos, the system becomes a weapon. Showore's predicament didn't just erupt. There must be a stimulus. Something must have triggered this. Many believe Sowore is rearrested for political security, but the real battle is older and deeper, and it is better understood under the following suggestive point. His unfiltered broadcast is part of his problems. His uncompromising criticism is one of them. His refusal to join the negotiation table and his refusal to be tamed or absorbed by the ruling class. These are parts of the suggestive point that I believe you are working against him. In the country where many activists eventually tread their conscience for our appointment, Sowore never shifted ground, and that is what has made him dangerous. Government fear rebels, but political elite fear men who cannot be bought. There is a price tag to every action and inactions, and the price of being too fearless is what is on the screen now. Courage without caution is seen as inspiration by the masses, but as threat by those who feed off silence. Sowore fights like a man who has nothing to lose, and that sadly is why the state keeps trying to make him lose his freedom. They want to do everything to break him. This is the paradox of activism in Nigeria. The more fearless you become, the more enemies you unknowingly collect. Should we expect the end of this battle soon? Something tells me it is a battle that is far from over. That is just my instinct anyway, and that's my own opinion. Showore's rearrest is not just a court case. It is a signal, a message to every rising voice. And that message is, you can speak, but don't embarrass those at the top. That is a clear message. Yet, the louder they try to cage him, the more he becomes a symbol of a future they cannot control. His struggle is a reminder that in Nigeria, truth is legal until it becomes uncomfortable. The world is now watching, not just what happens in the courtroom, but what happens in the soil of a country that punishes the courageous and protects the corrupt. And the biggest question remains this: will Nigeria silence Sowore, or will Sowore become the storm that finally breaks the silence? Please drop your opinion in the comment section and subscribe for more unbiased analysis on Newsstream. Thank you.